What's going on, everyone? You're listening to Bull Central here. So I've been recently getting some messages from subscribers asking if I have a Patreon page to help support the channel since it's new. And guys, I honestly really appreciate the love and you actually taking the time to message and asking me how you can support. But no, I do not have a Patreon page, nor will I ever have one. I actually feel weird accepting people's money for literally just talking about sports. This is honestly just a hobby of mine because I love talking about the NBA, especially the Chicago Bulls. So please spend your money on something better, more important, whether it be on yourself or giving to a charity of your choosing. If you really do want to support me and the channel, something that doesn't cost you anything, I would always obviously appreciate a subscribe and a like, but only if you like the content, of course. No pity likes, please. But again, I do really appreciate the support. It's very thoughtful, but don't send me any money. Keep it for yourself, your family, or someone who is in need. I'm just talking Bulls basketball here, nothing special. But anyway, now that we got that out of the way, in today's video, I wanted to talk a little bit about my bold predictions for this upcoming season. Now, I'm highlighting the term bold because some of these might be a bit of a stretch, and many likely, or will just be kind of seen as hot takes, which is fair, and I'm totally okay with getting trolled in the comments for some of these, but here we go. So, bold prediction number 1. Lauri Markkanen will average more than 20 points per game this season and will finish top 5 in the most improved player voting. So this one might not be as much of a stretch. I think we can all agree that Markkanen had a down season last year because of the way he was being utilized by Jim Boylen. Now, some of that is on Lauri. I would have loved to see him be a bit more aggressive on the court, even though Boylen essentially wanted him to be a spot-up shooter. Markkanen was pretty inconsistent in his overall three-point shooting, which obviously, shooting is on him. That's not on Boylen. He's the one shooting the basketball, not Jim Boylen. But I think we're going to see a breakout season from Markkanen, who will be used more effectively to his strengths. He won't just be a spot-up three-point shooter, but we'll see him actively involved in the paint and getting boards as well as distributing the ball more. I actually think Lauri is a decent passer if given the chance to facilitate. My hope is Donovan will really find a way to make the most out of Lauri. Okay, bold prediction number 2. Wendell Carter Jr. will make an all-defensive team this season. Guys, I know, this one is a real stretch, as I know there are a lot of great defenders around the league, but I really like Wendell Carter's game. For Wendell, it's all about staying healthy. He's only played a total of 87 games in his first 2 seasons in the league. And when healthy, he's an incredible shot blocker, an overall great rim protector. He's strong and athletic. I really think he'll improve his ability to get more offensive boards, become an even better shot blocker. His defensive rating for his age is actually really solid, even in the limited minutes that he's played. Limited time, I guess I should say, that he's played. Keep in mind, guys, he's only 21. The guy still has a lot of time to develop and improve his game even further. Okay, bold prediction number 2. The Bulls will make the playoffs this season. Now, I actually already went into detail with this prediction in my last video, so I won't dive into it too much further into this one. I'll link the video for you guys here in case you missed it. But yes, I do think the Bulls will make the playoffs. No, not just the play-in tournament, but actually make the playoffs as the number 8 seed. I honestly don't really know how I feel about the whole play-in game business the NBA is starting, but I guess I'm just a bit traditional when it comes to things like that. I don't like change too much, but I'm sure I'll learn to eventually like it. But anyway, I mentioned in my last video, I believe the top 7 teams from last year's East playoffs will remain in the playoffs, and the Bulls will take Orlando's spot from them as the 8th seed. Okay, bold prediction number 4. Otto Porter will have an above average season. He'll have an above average season for him, I should specify. I think he's going to average over 16 points per game. Here's the thing with Otto Porter. We all know he's overpaid. The Bulls didn't give him that massive contract. No, that was courtesy of the Washington Wizards, who love dishing out massive contracts. But of course, the Bulls decided to take on that large contract. But for, Otto, this is the last year of that contract. He's owed $27.2 million, which is just insane to me. But he's playing for another contract deal. Not necessarily with the Bulls, but for any team who might be interested in signing him as a free agent. You know, last season he was essentially out all year. He only played 14 games, didn't really play all that well in those games when he did. And now in the prior season, after the midseason trade that sent Porter to the Bulls, Otto Porter actually looked really solid. He averaged 17.5 points per game, 5.5 rebounds per game on very efficient shooting from 3 at 48%. Granted, this was only for 15 games, but I expect Porter to, he'll be playing his best basketball in an expiring contract year to prove his worth to the league. We tend to forget that Otto Porter is actually a really good basketball player. He's a decent defender, solid on offense, a good three-point shooter. He's just overpaid, so automatically people assume he's overrated. I honestly think Otto Porter is going to be a big reason for the Bulls' success this season as a veteran role player. Yes, he'll still be a role player, but a key role the Bulls will need on the wing. So, give them some solid scoring and defense on the other end. I really think Otto Porter is going to have a much better season than at least we saw last year. And finally, bold prediction number 5. This is more of an internal prediction. I'm predicting the most improved player on the Bulls roster, the one that will make the biggest leap from the prior season. So not necessarily the most improved player of the year for the whole league, but just for the Bulls specifically. And that is Daniel Gafford. I am very high on Daniel Gafford. I really like this kid's hustle and the intensity that he displayed as a rookie. He had some incredible block shots last season and played great defense on some of the best centers and power forwards in the league. Again, in limited minutes. He hustles in getting offensive rebounds, and he has a decent post-up game that I think we'll see him continue to improve. He's only 22, so I see a lot of growth with this kid, not only on continuing to improve his defensive game, but also the offense as well. Now, I'm not saying Gafford is going to be a star in this league or that he'll be one of the Bulls' best players. I'm just expecting him to have the greatest leap from the prior season, which is a bit easier for him given he played very limited minutes in his rookie year and didn't put up any amazing numbers by any means. You're probably asking, well, based on your last predictions, why wouldn't the most improved player go to Lauri Markkanen or Wendell Carter Jr. or even Otto Porter? And yes, I do expect all of these guys to make leaps as well and have great seasons from last year, but these guys are also already a bit more established in terms of their overall level of play. We really haven't seen Gafford play all that much, and I do expect him to turn some heads this season and make a significant leap into the Bulls rotation. Anyway, those are my bold predictions. Again, some of these are a bit of a stretch. That's why I'm emphasizing that these are bold predictions. I'm sure I'll come back to this video midway through the season and just kind of shake my head thinking, why did I think that was going to happen on some of these? But hopefully these predictions will all, or at least most, turn out to be true, as it would be, of course, positive for the Bulls. What do you guys think of these predictions? Would love to hear any bold takes you might have on this season. Let me know in the comments, and as always, be sure to subscribe if you're a Bulls fan, as this is a new channel, so don't miss out, and I will catch you guys in the next one.